All right, let's talk about artificial intelligence. It's not some far-off sci-fi thing anymore, is it? Nope, it's right here, right now, logging into work with us. It's in our factories, our HR departments, even our inboxes. So today, we're going to unpack how we can shape this powerful technology to work for us and not the other way around.
So let me ask you something. Is your next boss going to be an algorithm? I know it sounds a little dramatic, but it really gets to the core of what's going on. As AI gets more and more sophisticated, who's actually in control? Let's dive in and break it all down.
You know, when we talk about AI in the workplace, it's really a story of two sides. It's this classic double-edged sword. On one side, you've got incredible potential, but on the other, well, there are some very serious risks.
So on the one hand, the promise is huge, right? AI could help us develop amazing new products, make everything more efficient, and best of all, free us up from all those tedious, repetitive tasks that nobody really likes to do. Sounds great, but, and it's a big but, the peril is just as real. We're not just talking about job cuts, though that's definitely part of the conversation. Think about the more subtle dangers, like widespread surveillance, where every single move you make is tracked. Or even worse, algorithmic discrimination. This is a huge one. If you train an AI on biased data, you're going to get biased results in things like hiring and promotions. And that's where things start to get really heated.
With stakes this high, you might be thinking, well, the solution is simple. Just regulate it, right? Except it's really not that simple. In fact, that's where things get incredibly complicated. The thing is, you can't really regulate what you don't fully understand. And for groups like trade unions who are on the front lines trying to protect workers' rights, this is a monumental task. It's almost like they're trying to write the rule book for a game that's literally being invented as they play it.
So, why is this so tough? Well, for a few big reasons. For starters, the tech is brand new, so there's almost no real-world experience to learn from. We don't have historical data to help us predict what might happen. And on top of all that, there's just so much uncertainty about what's coming next. The pace of change is just so fast and often so hard to see inside that it can completely overwhelm the groups trying to keep up.
Okay, so it's a huge challenge to regulate. Does that mean we just throw our hands up and let the technology run wild? Not exactly. Because it turns out there's a fundamental piece of the puzzle that most of us are missing about what AI actually is. It has a crucial missing ingredient.
And here it is. This quote from Labor Studies, it changes everything. It says that AI systems simply wouldn't be possible without employee participation. So this whole idea of an all-powerful AI descending from the cloud to be our boss, it's not quite right. In reality, this technology is completely and totally dependent on people.
And here's why. It comes down to something called foundational understanding. AI is fantastic at spotting patterns in data. I mean, it's incredible. But what it can't do is grasp the context, the cause and effect, or all those unwritten rules you only learn from actually doing a job. It can see a connection, but it doesn't get why that connection exists. That skill, for now, is uniquely human. And this is what that looks like in the real world. At every single stage, humans are absolutely essential. An expert has to configure the model, basically tell the AI what it's supposed to be looking for. Then an expert has to feed it good, clean data to learn from. And maybe most importantly, a human has to look at the results the AI spits out and decide if they actually make sense. The AI isn't the boss. It's a very powerful but very literal-minded assistant that needs a human to guide it. This realization that AI really needs us is the key. It's a total game changer. It opens the door to a whole new strategy for managing this technology, one that puts people right at the center of the entire process. And this is the goal that so many are pushing for. Human-centered AI. Now, this isn't about fighting technology, not at all. It's about demanding that technology is built to serve people. The principles are pretty simple but powerful. We should be able to understand how it works, it should support our skills, not just try to replace them, and it has to respect our autonomy and our dignity.
So to make this happen, unions are really shifting their tactics. They're not just reacting after some new software is dropped on them. Nope. They are demanding a seat at the table from day one. That means pushing companies for clear strategies, overseeing the whole process for the long haul, and, this is a big one, making sure their members get training so they can actually understand the tech and have a meaningful say.
So what does this actually look like in the real world? This isn't just a theory. In Germany, which has a really strong tradition of worker co-determination, some companies are already putting these ideas into practice. Over at IBM Germany, they've set up a formal AI ethics council. Its whole job is to monitor all the AI's systems to make sure they're transparent and high quality. And they've got a core rule. A human must always make the final call on any big decision.
Airbus is taking a slightly different approach. They've got a joint steering committee. What that means is no new technology project gets the green light unless both management and the Works Council approve it. This ensures that right from the very beginning, the worker's perspective is baked into the process.
And then at Merck, the pharmaceutical company, they're doing something really innovative. Their Works Council can actually bring in employees who aren't on the council, but who have specific expertise to help manage these new digital projects. This brings that crucial on-the-ground knowledge right into the decision-making process.
What these examples show us is that this is possible. The technology itself isn't really in charge. So as AI keeps getting more powerful, the real question isn't what the technology can do. The real question is, who gets to decide how it's used? And it looks like the answer to that is being written right now, not in lines of code, but in conversations, in agreements, and in a shared commitment to keeping technology human by design.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Check out the description for information relating to this video, such as sources.